Huge fragrance haul, extremely huge fragrance haul the past month. So huge, in fact, I'm breaking this video down into 3 parts. Yes, 3. There's that many fragrances that I purchased throughout the months of March and towards the later end of February. After I got back from Japan, I just went on a buying spree. So these are just some of the fragrances that I bought in this monthly fragrance haul. I'm just gonna share this as a part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 and 3, maybe next week or the other week around. So yeah, let's jump right into this video. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video out there. I hope you guys are staying safe. I love all of you. Make sure you have, all your essentials stocked up, all your food stocked up, of course, because we are at a very unique time on Earth. I'm definitely a little bit stocked up myself. I need to actually go buy more stuff. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't feel the most secure just yet. But with that being said, let's jump right into these fragrances that I bought. I'm just gonna run through them very quickly because there's quite a few of them here. So the first one that I bought after I got back is gotta be this one, the One EDP Intense. Now this one was requested a lot by my viewers. Actually, someone in the comment actually gave me a lot of crap for not buying a bottle of this one and talking about it just from the sample. So guess what? I went ahead and got myself a bottle at a cheaper price than I would if I just bought it way earlier. This one is really nice and I did do a review of it. If you guys want to go watch my full thoughts on this one, it is nice. I actually like it more and more the more I wear it. It has this really nice kind of modern woody DNA alongside a cardamom and some warmth, some sweetness in here that makes it really nice fragrance for a fall type of high class, very loungy type of date situation. That's a little bit different from the One EDP. That's more younger version, that's more outgoing, more a little bit on the juvenile slash still masculine side. This one is very much more reserved, smoother, and for more of those high classy dinner dates, stuff like that. So very specific type of fragrance in my personal opinion, but smells absolutely fantastic. I really like this one, Dolce Gabbana One EDP Intense. Watch my full review again if you want my full thoughts on this whole thing. Next one here, we have Acqua di Gio Profondo. Now Profondo here is a really nice fragrance, really nice blue style Acqua di Gio, fantastic fragrance. I've worn this one enough time now to know for myself that I like this one more than the original. Lasts much longer than the original, smells a lot more modern, more fresh, has a little bit of greenness in here as well, a lot more singy, great for summertime. Again, much better improvement over the original. I still prefer Profumo over this one due to the projection of this one being a little bit on the soft side. Longevity though, fantastic. Just the projection on the soft side. So I do prefer Profumo over this one, but this one is in definite second place. Profondo, if you're looking for a really nice modernized Acqua di Gio, if you're an Acqua di Gio fanboy and you want something that's relevant to this decade and smells slightly different from a lot of the other guys out there who's still wearing Acqua di Gio, this one is the best bet to go for, alongside of course Profumo. Next one we have Armani Absolute Gold. This one is a flanker to Absolute and Profumo and the whole coat line in general. This one is fantastic. I really like this one. It does have a little bit of a redundancy to the original Absolute, but again, I will say the same thing that I said in my review. I do enjoy owning both of them. This one is slightly smoother, more spicy, richer version than the Absolute. I really like wearing this one. It has a really nice kind of saffron here that really distinguishes itself from the Absolute, but again, they are 80% similar. So if you own that one already, this one might not be the best one for you to just randomly grab. But if you have money to throw around, I guess, and you really love the DNA so much and you find that there's enough differences in these two to own both, I would say go ahead. I definitely do. I love owning both. Like I said, I love being able to pick whichever one I want to wear that day because Absolute is really nice, and that one I probably wear a lot more often. But this one on those days where I just want to feel that extra bit of reservedness, extra bit of maturity, I'm gonna wear this one for sure. So Absolute Gold, really nice purchase. The only sad part is it's only available retail, so it's quite a pricey fragrance to grab. You can't find it at discounters anywhere. Next one we have Royal Oud from Creed. I finally picked up a bottle of this one for myself. This is the last one I realistically want to own from the Creed collection. This one, oh man, I gotta tell you, I panic bought. So when I first heard the news that Creed was sold to a different company, I instantly thought, from instincts, from just being in the fragrance community for so long, you get this really bad or sometimes good instincts on reformulation. Like you can smell it coming in the air. So I'm like, man, the quality control, I don't know if it's gonna be half as good, if the fragrances are gonna be reformulated or not. And I was just having all these thoughts that made me panic buy Royal Oud, because guys, listen to me. If they're going to reformulate anything in the Creed line, the heavier fragrances tend to go first, because get this, those fragrances have the most expensive ingredients. So the heavier fragrances, if they are going to reformulate them, I'm not saying they are, so don't panic like I did, but if they are going to reformulate stuff, normally the heavier fragrances will be the one that gets reformulated first. And sometimes the lighter fragrances don't get touched at all. So I panic bought Royal Oud for that reason. It's the last one I want in here. I actually want Erofa as well, but I decided that that's an already really light fragrance. I don't think they're gonna reformulate that one. I mean, it already sucks in performance so much. What else can they do to the fragrance to really gut it apart? So yeah, I went with Royal Oud first. I really like this bottle of Royal Oud. It smells absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna be wearing a lot more of this coming this fall. I'm looking forward to that. But right now, a little bit too heavy for me to wear at this type of season. Next, we have the whole line of Halloween Man fragrances. The only one that I'm missing is the tattoo version, which I can't find here in the States anymore. So I bought Halloween Man Shot, Rock On, and Halloween Man X. I already have the original, which I love very much. I decided why not complete the whole collection with 3 of these. So let's talk about the first one first, which is Rock On. I'm gonna talk about this one first because this one absolutely sucks. This is the worst of the line. I don't recommend you guys buy this. Very generic, fresh fragrance. Really disappointed in this release in my personal opinion. Don't pick this one up. Even for 20 bucks, you can definitely find something better. In fact, for 20 something bucks, you can get either one of these two, which are tremendously better than this one right here. So skip Rock On if at all possible, unless you're a completionist and you want to own everything. Skip Rock On, it's not worth the money. Next one is Halloween Man Shot. Now this one, let me remind myself really quickly. It's just a really nice, pleasant, very youthful, kind of slightly spicy, slightly thick fragrance. And this one is one that if I was still in college, or I just freshly got out of college, I would wear this. This one just smells nice and it's cheap to replace. You can really douse yourself with this and you would never run out of it because this is like 120 ml, and even if you run out, easy to replace. And that's the same thing that I feel with Halloween Man. Those fragrances tend to just work. They smell mass appealing, they work, and they're cheap. Halloween Man Original, this one, and also X fit into that same sentiment. They're cheap, they work, and they last you forever. So this one is a nice one. I highly recommend you check this one out. I will be testing this one out more as time goes on. So don't worry, I'll give you guys a fuller opinion on this one the more I wear it. But so far, really like this one for 20 something bucks. Absolutely a steal. Last one here for the line is Halloween Man X. This is the most impressive one. This to me is worth at least $40, $45 to me. It smells absolutely fantastic. The coffee note that's in here is surprisingly very decadent for a fragrance at this price. It smells delicious, decadent, it has a really kind of prominent espresso and coffee note as well, which is to me very rare to find in fragrances in general, let alone at this price. So this one to me is worth 40, 45 bucks, easily the best one in the line. If I didn't have so much sentimental value with the original Halloween Man, this one it would be definitely my number one. But original Halloween Man for me has too many good memories attached to it that I have to put this one right now at the number 2. But just on scent alone, this is one that for 20 something dollars, you're gonna be extremely impressed with. So Halloween Man X, very, very nice fragrance. Highly recommend you pick this one up just at any time. It smells absolutely gorgeous. Really love this one. Next, we have the Stronger With You line. So I already owned the original, so I bought the Intensely version and the Freeze version. Now the reason I bought 2 of these is because I want to, again, complete the whole collection, and I wanted to have the Intensely with me to compare with the Freeze. Now, I've worn a little bit of the Intensely from samples in the past, so I knew exactly what it smells like, but I want to have the bottle with me just for the comparison and for the completionist aspect of my collection. And yes, these 2 are fantastic fragrances. Let's talk about the Intensely one first. This one, in terms of smell, is my favorite. My absolute favorite smell inside the whole collection. It has a really nice, warm, gourmandish DNA that kinds of take the original Stronger With You DNA and amp it up like tons with a lot more sweetness, a lot more gourmandish notes, a lot more deliciousness, for lack of better words. But this one smells fantastic. Practicality wise though, it's not the most practical scent to wear. It is strong, it is uber sweet. It's one that I don't really find myself wanting to wear so often, but it's one that I find myself wanting to pick up and smell very, very often. And that's one other thing in the fragrance world, by the way. We have fragrances that are really, really gorgeous, very unique, strong masterpiece, but sometimes those are just not practical to wear. Sometimes they're too pungent, they're too aggressive, they're too sweet, which makes them not the most practical scent to wear on a day-to-day basis. And I know there's some people out there who are like, wear what you want, right? Who cares what other people think? Well, I'm trying not to get fired from my job, thank you very much. And so yeah, everyone lives a different life, and sometimes practicality wins over uniqueness or win over artisticness, if you will. And this one is definitely the case where practicality for me definitely beat over the artistic value of this fragrance. I love this one a lot, but it's not the one that I'm gonna wear too often. If I can choose other fragrances in the same genre to wear, that is a little bit more practical. But smell wise, I love to pick this one up and smells fantastic. So the one that I would wear instead of that is actually the Freeze version. The Freeze version is a fantastic release. I love the opening of this one so much. It has a really nice kind of loosen up vibe in comparison to the original DNA. So yeah, this one, if I want to wear something that's a little bit more sweet, a little bit more out there, from the same line, I would pick up the Freeze or the original EDT. But now that the Freeze came out, this one is definitely my go-to wear now over the original because it just smells so good. I love the opening of this one. The dry down is on par with the EDT, but the opening is just so gorgeous that I have to pick this one up to wear. It's just fantastic. So yeah, if I were to wear one from Stronger With You, I would wear Freeze, and I recommend you check out Freeze. It's just really, really, really good. Lastly, in this part 1 video, we have the whole line of Y fragrances. Now, I already own the Y EDP, so I went and picked up the rest of the line just because, you know, well, here, let me tell the story. So I picked up Y Live first because a lot of people were asking me to review it, and I wanted to review it anyway. So this is the first one I picked up from the line, and I talked about this one first. I loved it. It's a nice, really blue-ish Invictus fragrance that's just so good. It's Invictus mixed with the original Y DNA. Fantastic release, one of the best blue fragrances that's ever been released in the past few years. So absolutely love this one. So when I first got this one in the mail is when I first caught news of the next one, the Eou Fraiche version of this one. I caught news that this one was available in Portugal. That's where I bought this from online in Portugal. And I was like, man, I need to also buy this one for review now. A lot of people might want to hear about this new release. So I went ahead and bought this one. It took some time to come in. And since I bought this one, I decided to go ahead and pick up the original as well to complete the whole line because I was only one away from having the whole line. So I was like, might as well get it. If I'm gonna have the rest of them, I might as well have the original. But yeah, back to the Eau Fraiche. This one is a fantastic summer fragrance. I really like the opening of this one as well. The longevity though is a little bit alarming on this one, but it is a summertime fresh cocktail-ish fragrance. So I don't ever expect it to last long when it comes to this genre of fragrance. So I guess if I were to be very subjective, this one is on par with a lot of summer fragrances in the same genre. So it's not bad, it's not great. Performance-wise anyways. But the smell is fantastic. I really like the smell of this one. The opening is bliss, the mid is bliss, the dry down is all right, but the opening and the mid, bliss. I really like this one. I'll talk more about this one later on in a full review, but let's go to the last one now. Like I said again, Y EDT. Now, the only reason I held off on buying this one was because of performance. It just really didn't perform all too well off my skin. It smells really good, really nice, just didn't perform, so that's why I dismissed it. I think that's the same reason a lot of people dismissed this one. When the EDP came out, that one got really hyped, and this one started to get a little bit more talk than normal, but still, it's not on par with anything else that's on the market. It smells fantastic, it has its own DNA, which I appreciate, but the performance just not there to be a fragrance that people talk about a lot online. So yeah, why? Nice fragrance, just not an all-star. I picked this one up only because I have the rest of the line now, and I might as well complete it. That's pretty much the only reason why I bought Y. But other than that, I'm not gonna get a lot of use out of this one. It's just kind of here to look nice with the rest of the bottle and for me to refer to it when I need to. So yeah guys, that's it for part 1 fragrance haul video. I definitely have a lot more to share with you guys. So yeah, I'll share part 2 or part 3 maybe next week or so. And with that being said, let me know down in the comment section below which fragrances you bought this month? I'd love to know. Share all of them. How many did you buy this month, man? Just share them all. Be shameless. Do it. You know, join my, you know, buyer's remorse club right here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. Peace out and bye.